It's Lee Kelson here, coming to you live from Jakarta for Beach City, and I'm here with Rama. How are you, Rama?
Good to see you. I'm good.
So Rama, you've got a very interesting story. If I could just start with the backstory, Gojek, big business here in Indonesia. Can you tell us a little bit about Gojek and what your involvement was in that?
Well, I was one of the first team that built Gojek, the whole product, the engineering team, and then I became the chief product for some time. So I launched a whole bunch of different Gojek products, and now they're big and consumed by a lot of people in the country. So
man, it's big. It's like it's everywhere, right? So good luck to Uber cracking this market is all I can say. and so Rama, what's the latest business that you're involved in?
Right now, I have several startups. After Gojek, I'm doing angel investment and several startups like in P2P. I'm connecting between the borrower and with the lending capital, the institute, and also the farm to table, the Sayur box, which is connecting the farmers to the consumer directly.
Right.
So doing a lot of disruptive initiative
Yeah.
to help the economy.
Right. And so one of the things that I've noticed, and I've travelled a fair bit and interviewed a lot of people, but I notice here, particularly in Indonesia, overwhelmingly, there's a lot of people applying the innovation and their entrepreneurship into, I wouldn't say, necessarily social entrepreneurship, but certainly things that are going to help economy and help stimulate. Obviously, that's important for Indonesia because it's got some challenges, right?
Yes. Well, for me, I try to build startups with the objective of making money, and they always fail. So my message is always, I focus on problem solving. So all my startup is about solving problems, and hopefully that's going to have a huge impact on the economy.
Right.
So for entrepreneurs out there, if you're trying to become one to make money, it won't work.
I couldn't agree with you more. In fact, that's one of the things that I think is really important is that, the key, three things I see is, entrepreneurship is about solving problems, creative thinking, and critical thinking skills, and joining the dots and connecting the dots.
Exactly. Yep. It's all about, synchronizing all that, key points that you mentioned. Also about organizing people, building the team to execute that, and then move really fast.
Move really fast. So we hear a lot about execution, and we hear about a lot of things about, when I talk to a lot of young people, they have an idea, but they want to share it with me, or they want to keep it quiet, and they're scared that someone's going to steal their idea. What would your advice to them be?
Well, it's not about the idea. It's all about the execution. There is no good or bad execution. It's only an execution really bad if you don't learn from it, right? So the execution become better over time. So don't expect everything to be right in the beginning. So be ready to fail and learn, and just keep moving along. So execute, fail, execute.
Execute, fail, execute. That's excellent advice, and I've certainly had my share of failures and successes. But I have to say, now that I look back on a fairly long career in entrepreneurship, and this is only on reflection, of course. Not at the time, it wasn't fun, but the failures was where I learnt the most and got the most out of.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. My personal stories. I made my first $1 million dream when I was 31, and 38 I lost it all. So I learned a lot when I lost the money, not when I make the money. So now I can be comfortable that money is not everything.
Yeah.
So I just focus on execution and solving problem, and the money will come.
I think the money thing is a fantastic point, but I have a similar saying. I said, the time for reflection about how I could have done something better is not when you've just listed on the NASDAQ and you're in a Lincoln Town car smoking a Cuban cigar.
Yeah.
It's not the time you sit there and say, how could I have done that any better, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's about the failure.
It is about that as well. But interestingly, angel investing. So tell me about angel investing. People hear a lot about angels, and people are looking for angel investors. What's the differentiation between an investor and an angel investor?
Well, to me, angel investor is crazy enough to go early without knowing a lot of things, right? For instance, I invested in a company in Turkey. I never been to Turkey, but then I met the guy. I went there once, okay, I like it. I like the team. So to me, angel investing is more about focusing on the people that can do it. execute the idea, right? It's not just about the idea itself. You have to be crazy enough. I had an investment time where only coffee for 15 minutes. Like, oh, I like the guy. I think the guy can kick ass. Right. I don't even understand the business, but yeah, okay, let's do it.
Right. Yeah, well, so okay, that brings it to another interesting point. A lot of it is about the people, right? Yeah. And that founder or co-founders and those leaders that are going to be able to have that grit and that perseverance when things are tough, and you've got to get up on a conference call at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's not good news that you've got to talk about.
Yeah.
But you've got to get there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
How do you pick the characteristics of those people?
Well, I mean, that's one of my forte, basically. I always believe in building people that build the product, that build the company. It's not about building the company or building the product, but it's all about building the people. So my forte is about detecting people that has that potential skill or capability in execution and what have you. So I guess that's been my gift over time. That's what I still do in my startups, picking the team and what have you. So, and I'm applying that in my angel investment practice.
And so for young Indonesian people that are out there and they're sort of standing on the precipice on that edge thinking, I've got this idea, I want to go, but I don't know, I'm scared. What's your advice to them?
Go up and do it and execute, do as minimal as possible. A lot of people say I need to know tech to build this stuff. No. Do I need money? Not really. You just need to know the right people to help you execute, and don't give up. Yeah. Just keep doing at it.
And use what you've got available.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether you know the show MacGyver. Have you ever heard of MacGyver?
Yeah.
So I always talk about MacGyver because MacGyver's got an orange peel, a piece of tin foil, and a shoelace, and he has to build a rocket ship.
Yeah, exactly. Just use whatever you have. Do a MVP and then iterate.
Get it out there and iterate.
Yeah.
And so Rama, what's next for you? Are you just more startups, more investment, just keep immersing in the ecosystem and helping build it?
Yeah, so probably the next 3 or 4 years, keep building stuff. There's so many things that we need to be solved here in this country, so it's not time for me to sleep yet or relax or enjoy the beach or
not yet.
A lot more building.
There's a lot more building. Rama, thanks very much. It's been a pleasure, mate. All the best to you.
All right, thank you.
Cheers.
Fred.